All right, guys, we're live. So, welcome everybody to your first hangout for this round of Coach Basics. My name's Don Murphy, and it's the first time I'm getting to see some of you face to face for the first time. We have an eclectic mix of people who are attending Coach Basics here for the first time. Some are coaches who have been doing their business for some time, and they're going through the basics again just to gain the fundamentals and also grow as leaders for their own organizations. We have coaches that have significant teams, and they are actually going through Coach Basics to learn how to do this training for their teams moving into the future. So we also have people who are brand new to the coach opportunity. They've just signed up recently. They're excited to get going, but they're here to learn how to build your business as a Beachbody coach. So just to give you a little bit of my background and how I got started in this, I grew up, I was fortunate to have grown up literally in the fitness industry. My mother opened up her first health club back in 1986. And through the course of the past 25, 30 years, I've just had the chance to go through and understand all the fitness trends and literally live and breathe health and fitness. I love working out. It's something that's always been a part of me. And we own a large Gold's Gym, my mother and I, in the Hudson Valley of New York, in Newburgh, New York. And it was about 2.5 years ago that I started being approached about this Beachbody coach opportunity. And it was largely due to my involvement, not only as a gym owner, but I was also heavily involved and still am involved with the company Les Mills International as a body combat and body pump trainer and presenter. And Les Mills teamed with Beachbody just over a couple of years ago to bring pump and combat to their product line. And as a result of it, I started getting calls about the coach opportunity, and I signed up in January of 2012. And when I signed up, I was really intrigued by why had Les Mills teamed up with Beachbody, and what was this company Beachbody all about? And upon learning what I learned over the course of many months, it just started to really intrigue me more and more, to the point where I felt that this was a substantial opportunity for anyone who is passionate about living not only a healthy, fit lifestyle for themselves, but also inspiring and helping those around them do the same. That's what being a Beachbody coach is all about. So my job and what I aim to do over the next 30 days is to give you all the tools and knowledge and education to understand how to build a significant business as a Beachbody coach without ever feeling like you're a product distributor, or without ever feeling you're being salesy and bothering people, because that was my feeling when I was first approached about this opportunity, as was probably the same for a lot of you. When we're approached about multi-level marketing or direct sales or network marketing, it's kind of got that icky feeling around it, like, oh great, do I have to go out and sign up a bunch of my friends and bother my family and sell products? And I've been involved with 3 other direct sales companies in the past, and I never really ever succeeded in those companies because I wasn't really passionate about the products that I was representing. I mean, I believed in them, but I guess I just didn't really live and breathe them. And I didn't have the time. And so because of that, I just never really excelled in those other opportunities. This was different. This to me is something that I do on a daily basis naturally. It's just who I am. And so by following the steps and the pathways and the tools that Beachbody provides in this training, I'm sitting here almost 2.5 years later as a 6-star diamond coach. And it's one of these business opportunities where getting started is the most challenging part. Once you start to build your business and perhaps start to build a bit of a team, if you choose to do that, it's like a snowball effect. It just starts to grow and grow, and it can actually go into a self-growth mode at times. And so my goal, my job, is to just explain to you guys the steps to make that happen. And I equate this opportunity to literally having the best exercise and nutrition pathways in the world at your fingertips. When it comes to the product line that you represent, the Beachbody programs, when you look at the entire lineup of those exercise programs and nutrition products like Ultimate Reset and Shakeology and There's a host of others, but those are the primary ones. They are as good as it gets when it comes to quality, life-changing programs. And it's our job to simply inspire people to get involved, not to just sell them products, but to hold them accountable and help them. And the key thing in this whole equation that was made evident to me over these 2 years was this concept of challenge groups and or fit clubs. This is the game changer as I see it in the health and fitness industry today. And when we talk about the health and fitness industry, as a gym owner, my primary goal, my drive, my primary career, if you will, has been to get people to join our gym. I want people to join the gym to get involved in our services and programs so that we can help them lose weight, acquire better health, feel better about themselves, change their bodies, and so forth. But unfortunately, the gym world has done a pretty poor job at penetrating the U.S. population. Only 17% of the U.S. goes to a gym. So we have 83% of the population out there saying, okay, what can I do to stay healthy and fit? And some people are good at it. Some people eat, nutritionally they do well. Some people ride their bikes. Some people run. They're involved in recreation, wherever it may be. And that's all well and good. But unfortunately, the vast majority of people in today's society struggle with quality nutrition and exercise pathways that are going to literally change their lives. That's what we do for people as coaches. And so our market, if you will, is right now all of North America, the US and Canada. And I say right now because the good news in all of this is that we're still early in the game of Team Beachbody. Coming into this opportunity now, your timing is fantastic. We have not even gone overseas yet. And this company has full intentions of doing that in the next 2 to 3 years. We will be going overseas. If you have international contacts and connections, it may be time to start thinking about that for the future. And I know I've had some people say to me, oh, that's that Beachbody thing. Isn't it too late to get into that? Isn't everybody already a coach? Don't they already have a lot of coaches? Aren't most people already doing their programs? And I just kind of chuckle because the reality is there's only about 150,000 coaches right now in North America. The goal of the company is to have 1 million coaches in the next 3 to 5 years. They want to have 1 million coaches worldwide. So in terms of timing, being in the position you're in right now is phenomenal. And it's just a matter of learning the steps to start the business. Once you start the business, it just starts to steamroll. And I'm going to do my best to help all of you realize or understand how to do that over the course of the next 30 days. Okay, I have with me notes here. So occasionally I'm just going to glance down to make sure I don't miss anything. And really what I'm trying to do is just give you an introduction here, and then we'll start going into the nuts and bolts of learning what to do next in your journey as a coach. When it comes to you as a Beachbody coach, it's up to you to decide how big you want to go with this. It's up to you to decide how much time you want to put towards this. And so there are really 3 levels of coaching that exist as I see it. And I'm going to cover these 3 levels, and I want you to just think about, okay, well, where do you fit in this? Where do you aspire to be in terms of the levels that I'm going to cover here? Level number 1 is what we would call a coach who is a discount buyer. And there are many coaches, there's actually thousands of coaches in the network that are just discount buyers. And that simply means that these coaches have signed up because they simply want to utilize or use the Beachbody programs for themselves at a 25% discount. So people will sign up as coaches so that they can buy the exercise programs for them and their family. They can consume Shakeology. They might want to do Ultimate Reset. Whatever they may want to choose to do, they get a 25% discount ongoing for their own personal use of the programs and products. That would be a level 1 coach. And so all of us fall under that umbrella. That's a benefit that we all have as being coaches. The second level is where you periodically may want to engage a customer. You might know somebody who says, hey, I'm thinking about doing P90X or Insanity, and say, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach. You can get that product through me on my website. Fantastic. They can go to your website and you receive a 25% commission on any program or product that they might buy from you. So periodically you might get a customer here and there. You might get into conversations with people about Shakeology or whatever it may be, and occasionally pick up a customer. And some coaches just do that, and they're all well and good, and they're earning a couple $100 a month, and it's great. And so that would be a level 2 coach. Level 3 is where you say, no, you know what? I really want to embrace this wholeheartedly on a business level so that someday, perhaps someday, I can decide whether or not I even want to stay in my existing job or career. I want to make this self-employment opportunity so big that I can become my own boss and have financial freedom. That's what thousands of coaches are starting to do now. And it's through the concept of starting your first challenge groups. These online support groups that we do utilizing Facebook. This is relatively new to the world of Team Beachbody. And just to give you some more insight to that, like when I signed up in January of 2012, the concept of challenge groups was just kind of coming around, but I certainly hadn't heard of it. It wasn't really talked about that much within the network. You know, some coaches were dabbling in it and it was starting to work here and there, but after being in it for several months, all of a sudden Beachbody saw this as the paradigm that was just going to take this to a whole new level. And as a result of it, we're seeing thousands of more people who are passionate about health and fitness jump into the opportunity, because you don't have to feel like you're selling products. You're literally inviting people to your support groups. And that's what being a coach is all about. Inviting, not selling. You're sharing what you know to be true about these programs and inviting people to become part of your challenge groups. And the goal of this training is to help everybody here successfully launch their first challenge group. That's what this entire training is going to be all about. We're going to talk about the invitation process. We're going to talk about how to set up your Facebook page, how to set up the private group, how to utilize the challenge group guides that are provided to you in your back office. That's all covered in this training. And for some of you who are saying to yourself, well, you know what, this is all well and good, but I've never done any of the Beachbody programs. I barely even know anything about these products. That's okay. Beachbody has made this business possible for anybody who just has a passion for helping others. They provide you with the play-by-play guidebook, if you will, the challenge group guides. It's your play-by-play guide on what you're going to be sharing and posting day to day in your support groups to give people their results. They just give you everything that you need to do this. It's just a matter of plugging in and going. So we'll cover all of that. So those are the 3 levels of coaches. You know, if you're saying to yourself, yeah, game on, I want to start a challenge group and I want to see where it goes from there, then you're in that level 3 category, which can become quite lucrative in a short period of time. The reality on a financial level, you know, you'll hear different coaches tell you different things about what the income possibility is if you really dedicate yourself to your business. I personally believe, this is from my own experience, that if you can dedicate starting out 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day through Coach Basics training will start to give you that successful start. It'll start to give you some supplemental income. And that is going to get you to say, you know what, I think I want to dedicate a little bit more time to this because it's working. My feeling is that if you can dedicate part-time effort towards your coach business for 2 to 3 years, you can earn a 6-figure income. My wife and I realized that in 2 years, we're now earning 6 figures. Actually, we're pushing, you know, to be honest with you, just to share with you where we're at. It's between my wife's business center, mine, and my mother's. We typically will generate anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500 a week at this point. And it's been about 28 months that we've been in the business. Okay, so it's very possible, guys. You just follow the steps. And you guys are getting a leg up versus where I was. When I came into this, it was kind of like, okay, here's the website, go learn. You know, here's a document, read this. Here's some online tutorials, look at that. And it was just up to you. Your hand was not held through the process the way it is now with this Coach Basics training. Okay. The format for the Hangouts. So the way Coach Basics will work is that everybody here will have 30 days in the Coach Basics group, the closed Facebook group that we have. And during that 30 days, there will be a daily post, an education post. It could be a tutorial. It could be a quick video to watch. It might be a document to read, some type of daily education where you're just continually being spoon-fed the next step in building your knowledge. In addition to that, every Wednesday at this time, at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, every Wednesday, we will meet in this Hangout forum. And the format of the meeting is that I will always give education on topics that I think are very important to know and understand. Following the education that I give, we'll open it to Q&A and any comments you might want to add to the equation. Okay. The other thing that I ask of you is sometimes, especially when we have a large group like this, sometimes you might have things that you want to cover, but you feel like, oh my gosh, if we go into this right now, it might take up too much time and so forth. I ask that you message me on Facebook with topics or things that are really weighing on your mind. And there's no dumb questions. There's no dumb topics. When you're new at this, trust me, I know it can be overwhelming. You go into that back office and you're looking at the website going, are you kidding me? There's so much knowledge and information and different parts of the website. It's like, where do I begin? And so don't feel overwhelmed. Write down the things that you want me to be covering week to week. And most often I will be getting to it at some point, but there are times where I leave things out. And I know from doing this now, this is probably our 6th round of Coach Basics, every time seems to get a little bit better because I'm pulling from the feedback and the questions that have come in from the prior rounds. Okay, so please message me with anything that might be weighing on you. Let's see here. The other thing that we'll do during the Hangout is occasionally I may have a guest speaker, another coach. As a matter of fact, there's a guy here in our meeting right now. Where'd he go? He disappeared from his screen. Justin is there. There he is. The guy down there in the center is waving. Justin Amon came on as a Beachbody coach on March 26th. So we're talking just 5-6 weeks ago. He now has signed up 8 more coaches and hit a record Success Club 26 in his first month as a coach. So you'll understand what that means in a minute. Suffice it to say, Justin is coming out of the gates very, very fast. And when that happens, it's quite inspiring. It's kind of like, okay, well, what is he doing to make this happen? And he and I have had a lot of exchanges through our texts and so forth. And the word that he threw out to me the other day, and he's going to talk about this next week. We don't have time tonight, but he threw out there the other day that this is so much fun. And you know what? That's how you want to look at your business. This is fun. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to wait till next week. Justin, I'm going to plug you in right now for just a couple minutes, man, if you just want to talk about how much fun you've been having. So here, let me unmute your microphone here, bud. Wait a minute. Actually, I don't know if you have a mic. I can't. Do you have sound? Do you have a mic on your end? I'm not seeing that you have a mic that I can unmute. Oh, you're hearing through the phone? Sorry. So what are you asking me to do? I'm sorry. We'll wait till next week. You can call in? I'm lost. Type a message in the chat box. Type a message to me in the chat box. Down at the bottom of your screen, there's a chat. You can click chat and you can type a message. All right. So anyway, Justin's had a phenomenal start. It's exciting to see, and it's always nice to hear from not just me, from other coaches that are succeeding. Janine Conti is here with us too. She, in the past month, has brought 5 more coaches onto her team. And these types of things are happening more and more and more because of this training, guys. So we'll be hearing from some of the the strong coaches that have had great starts. All right, Justin, he dialed in from the phone. All right, no problem, bud. Next week we'll get you. Okay. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I just want to make sure I've hit the important stuff that I wanted to cover in the intro. Okay. In a minute, I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna take you to the Coach Online office to just point out some important things, especially if you're a new coach. I want to point out to you the important things to do between now and next week as part of your homework if you haven't already done that. So we'll look at that in a second. Just lost my train of thought. 1 second here. Yeah. If you recently signed up as a new coach, you are also going to be receiving in the mail what is known as the game plan. And basically and this is all we used to get when we signed up. When you are a new coach, so you've signed up, you're going to receive a starter kit in the mail from Beachbody. And that is basically a DVD tutorial of education and resources. That's a great part of your starting foundation. So look through that material when you receive that in the mail. Okay, if you haven't already done so. That's something you will be receiving if you're brand new and you just signed up. All right. Here's an important administrative point. If you signed up as a coach recently and you purchased a challenge pack during the sign-up process, so a lot of coaches bought a challenge pack when they signed up, and in doing so, they became coaches for free. Understand that challenge pack purchase gave you your exercise program, it gave you your first month of Shakeology on Home Direct, and it also gave you free trial membership in the Beachbody Club as a Beachbody Club member. You've got free 30 days Beachbody Club membership benefits. And I want to explain really clearly what that means. When you're a coach who has purchased a challenge pack starting out, you now are a Beachbody Club member for free for 30 days. And being a Beachbody Club member gives you the ability to get further support for meal planning, online chat with celebrity trainers. There's other minor perks to the club membership. But the reality is this. Most of the coaches find that they don't need the benefits of that club membership right now. And my suggestion is that if you don't feel or see the benefits to that club membership right now, just go ahead and cancel it. Because if you don't, 30 days from when you signed up, you will be billed $39.95 per quarter as a Beachbody Club member. And unless you are an Emerald coach, an Emerald coach means you signed up to other coaches. Unless you are an Emerald coach, being a Beachbody Club member does not make too much sense unless you're utilizing the meal planning and the online recipes and so forth that are offered through the club membership benefits. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you are just signed up, you are now in that club. If you're not an Emerald coach, cancel the club membership for the time being. It doesn't affect your coach status. You still get all the other benefits and everything that we're going to talk about. It's just a minor detail that a lot of people get hit by all of a sudden. They're like, why did I get charged that under $39.95? It's like, oh, you didn't cancel your club membership. So to do that, you send an email to coachrelations@teambeachbody.com. coachrelations@teambeachbody.com is the email you want to use to just say, hello, my name is Don Murphy. My coach ID is blah, blah, blah. Please cancel my club membership. I do not wish to be billed $39.95. And it'll be taken care of. Once you hit the rank of Emerald, I'll be talking about this in future Hangouts, but once you hit the rank of Emerald where you've signed up to coaches, you want to be a Beachbody Club member because that's going to open your business up to the free customer leads that Beachbody gives you. One of the amazing benefits of this company, they actually fuel your business with free customer leads once you achieve the rank of Emerald. but you also have to be a Beachbody Club member to get those free customer leads. But we'll talk more about that in the future. What I want to do right now, guys, I'm going to take you to my back office. I just want to share with you my screen so you can see the areas that you want to hit first as a new coach with respect to self-development and training during our off days here. So let me take you to the screen share.